Bows. This is my Merida bow I made a long time ago. This is before I even bought a heat gun. I just bought a smaller size, I want to say 2-inch PVC pipe. And what I did is I used a hair dryer to warm it and bend it. And eventually I was on my floor just putting so much pressure to get it to bend, and my dad was laughing at me because that was the funniest thing of me just going on the floor with the PVC pipe. Anyways, that is all done by a hair dryer. High temp. Just make sure you have a towel to kind of so you don't burn yourself, because you will, in case, especially with the heat gun, you will burn yourself. And you don't want to get that type of like first degree to second degree burn, because then you're stuck with one hand for a while. So always go protected, especially when it comes to heat guns and stuff. Try to look on this picture. Yeah, I'm just bending it out, and then eventually it turned out to this. I don't have actual picture. This is the only picture I have of it finished. Just get like fishnet or any type of long string. Cut the ends off on the tips, and then you put it on, tie it on. And then what I did is I used clay to cover up the ends and let it dry, and to do my own design, or the design that is per bow and arrow, and just kind of keep painting it to make it look like, you know, what the arrow looks like, or the bow, excuse me, the bow looks like.
Yes. Okay. So for shields or designs on shields, I actually use like a pink insulation foam you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. Something interesting about it, it is messy when you try to cut it. It leaves like little pink flakes and stuff, so you do need to be careful with that. It's not very expensive either, probably $10 to $20 again, depending on the size of the sheet. Something interesting though, if you use that, if you spray paint it, it'll kind of eat it, like it did in that picture. So you may not want to use this for certain types of projects, but it does give it a nice warm look if you want that sort of thing. I've worked with this quite a bit, and I do recommend it. Yeah. And that's the finished shield. Again, made out of wood and the insulation foam. The crest is actually vinyl, and we used a special Cricut machine and program on the computer that will make everything the perfect size for you, and it just cuts it out for you. And it actually, the vinyl has a sticky back, so it's like a sticker almost. So you just stick it on. So,
I love how the blue turned out.
yeah.
I like it. Wings. Anyone make wings before? How about articulated wings that actually move? Yeah, that's fun. These are my articulated wings I made from Maleficent. I did use it once for the Archon masquerade. I decided to try them up on the ColorCon masquerade because it got caught in my wig. People who did see that show, before I had to get back on stage, my wig got caught on the wings, and I just ripped part of my wig off before I went back on stage to get killed by Prince Philip. So that was like the most fun. What you're seeing here is the skeleton of it, as I call it. The backpack is actually one of those like hiking backpacks you could go. My parents actually happened to drop in buying one of these at a thrift store for like $20. Normally these things are like $80, $90. So these are expensive. It's just one of those lucky thrift store finds. We took the backpack off of it, and then we put up some rods to make it move, and this was like probably the most painful project I ever did, because it was just a lot of my dad and I fighting and just trying to get it right. But eventually we finally got them moving. Thank God for the firehouse, because that's where I ended up working it on. This is more of the skeleton, more inside what looks like under the wings. It got to a point where it was hard trying to get it to move back and forth, moving it. When I did move my arms out, it goes expanding out. The wood I used, it was old wood I found around at home because we were putting a fence up for our dogs and stuff, and it got to a point where the nails weren't fitting into the wood and everything got loose, so I had to make it accessible for me to lift the wing up, fix it, put it back down, get ready until all the screws are falling apart again. We just kept buying the wrong stuff and just, we're just going by gut decision here. So when you do make wings, make sure if they are articulated wings, you do a lot of research before you do anything like that. Because there's a lot of people that are just like, I want my wings to look, awesome, go out and everyone's like, whoa. Make the wings fly. You're that character, that person flies all the time. I want to be like Falcon or something. Just make sure what you're getting yourself into, it does cost money. That's what it looked like with my costume on and on my dress mannequin. And then that's at Archon. It did get heavy a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So I thought it'd be.
Okay. So this is the claw shot from Twilight Princess. This is made entirely out of craft foam. And basically, I just layered it up and built everything out of the craft foam. It was kind of hard just using that because it got kind of flimsy when I was trying to build it, but that's an example of what you can do with really cheap material. It is possible to do it if you have the mindset and the time, because it does take time. But it is worth it in the end to not spend like, $50 to $100 on something that you may use like 3 times. So.
Yeah, just when you do any type of prop, just make sure, like I said, if you're gonna go out on stage and let someone beat the tar out of it, make sure it's capable of someone beating the tar out of it, or like, presentable to know, oh, that's that type of shield. It's, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be a fight, but as soon as you're done, you're gonna look at it and be like, trash. Or at least save it. You never know when you might use it again. Or like as in something else to tear it apart, because I've done that a lot. Let's see what else here.
Okay. This is my lance for my Frederick cosplay from Fire Emblem Awakening. This is made out of foam board and 2 poster roll tubes. And it was also detailed with some cardboard and then wrapped with extra blue fabric that I had around the house. It is extremely light. If you're going to make something that big, that thing's taller than me, so I do recommend using lightweight materials, but it's amazing what that kind of stuff can do, and it's held up for a really long time, so.
Keyblades. Who's here cosplay someone from Kingdom Hearts? Give me tomorrow, okay? I'll give you tomorrow. Which I will be off by tomorrow. This is my fun Keyblade, because of course you got 10 million Keyblades to choose from. Yes, my dog knows when I'm working on a costume, she sits there and stares at me. I'm like, don't come in. But this is just all of that corrugated plastic, all designed from. And the only thing that's not is, of course, the big stick in the middle. Everything's all hand painted and stuff. You find yourself, all of a sudden you're going to have like probably 50 things to paint because you're trying to detail it. It's good to have it because you never know what project you decided to come up with, and there you go. And you just, if you've done paint classes, just keep mixing paint and then voila, put a lot of detail in it. But yeah, this is my Keyblade I just actually recently finished and be out tomorrow. And it's extremely light, but I'm not going to bash people's head in it. One, I'll get kicked out, and I don't want to do that. But, is there any questions? Because this was my last slide. I know, I need more props. She's got more props than me.
I should have sent you more pictures, but I didn't know how many you wanted, because I felt like I spammed you already.
She
spammed her with 9 million photos of props.
Hey, I've got tons.
Yeah, I don't know how much stuff I actually found at home to just turn in. And then you get to the point where you're just like, okay, I can find like a bottle of something, and it you've seen something on TV or Dude, don't do that.
What?
No tornado con this year, and this is not the right convention for that. But you can turn anything into anything you want. I mean, if you, it's all on you. Are you set to make this prop? How much time are you going to put into it? Because I mean, I'm a working person too. I know it's going to be a pain if you want to make a prop, and you're just going to bash your head in after you decided that you want to make this, but it's worth it at the end. I mean, like I mean, what she said, toilet paper rolls. It's worth it. It's worth saving the toilet paper rolls after you go to the restroom and be like, thank you. You guys have any questions or anything?
Oh, something else. If you're gonna make like grenades or something, I don't know if you will, but if you go to Michael's at like around Christmas, they sell like, you know, the ornaments. You can paint those and use them because actually this is like a soap container, but like you can use Christmas ornaments and just paint them and use them, and they're really light.
Yeah,
they're like 50 cents.
Yeah, and if you don't see Christmas ornaments, you could go to where all the sand art stuff or like all the kids craft. You can find any type of shape. I wish I had my Loki staff. I don't have that on picture. But I did go back because he has that little, as Tony says, glow stick of destiny. Sorry, I had to put my stuff in. But what I did is just find those little cheap battery lights. Or I've been to a panel where a guy said, hey, if you find a cheap toy at a dollar store, bash the crap out of it and take the light out of it because you'll use it for something. I mean, hey, be quiet! Sorry, I forgot school. But you can find anything, anywhere. You go to a dollar store, you can just like take something out of that toy. There's your light. I mean, it was good stuff what that guy said. But I mean, you can just look around, especially like she said, if you're just looking for something like to make a grenade instead of trying to figure out how I'm gonna make a big old circle and make it look like a bomb. Go to like, I know most people don't like going to Hobby Lobby. That's the closest store I have. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, go to the sand art because then they have it in different shapes and sizes and stuff. And like, they're cheap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really cheap.
But if you have a smartphone, always download the apps because they also have good stuff on it too.
And they always tell you what coupons they've got running too.
And then sign up for the mail.
Yep.
Do everything. So I'm like,
It's worth it.
let's see, I went to Joann's the first day the other day and for a while, and they're like, where have you been? You haven't been using your coupons. Sorry, work. I got a life too, but I'm trying to make money.
How dare you? How dare you not come in and use your coupons?
It's like I make the old ladies look bad because I'm just like, here are my coupons. Got it. Start working your magic. But never, ever, ever turn down a coupon. That's your lifesaver in prop making. It's my lifesaver. That and duct tape. Yeah. How many times we have to duct tape everything? Cause that, I mean, get the color. If you, okay, let's just say I've done Sith armor before for Thor: The Dark World, and we were at Comic-Con, and we were just sitting down having drinks, and boom, it all goes off on the side. I'm like, Meg! Went running back to the hotel room, we just duct taped this. But that's, I mean, duct tape's like a #1 lifesaver, so highly recommend bringing duct tape with you. But I love that.
Yeah, if I can interject, you can get duct tape in almost any color, even if you just run to Walmart. I got a roll of, it's aluminum foil duct tape. It's not just the silver duct tape, but it's actual aluminum foil duct tape. And I've used it to make Reno's EMR a couple of different times. And it costs about like between $7 and $10. I have used so much of it. I've had it for 5 years, haven't run out. And that's what we used to taper back into Sif because it's silver armor and you couldn't really tell.
Another thing, when you make like swords and stuff,
yeah.
If you don't want to make it like, you know, where it's going to beat the tar out of people, just use the corrugated plastic or just, you know, foam, because one, it's already like almost like a straight edge spray paint silver, or you know, your whatever type of sword you're trying to make. Then you don't have to worry about people at when you go to cons and they're like, you got a weapon. It's not even plastic. It's boom. I can just break it just doing this. But don't do that, because I'll be the idiot to do it too. Get my points straight, yeah. But I always find that if you are in that costume, I hope to see the prop, because when I decided to be Rocket Raccoon, I wanted to make sure everyone saw the big gun that he has, because it's a big gun and it's, you know, it's Rocket. He wants to blast everyone with it. And I wish I had it for a picture with Michael Roker, because I already had my idiot sign. Because I like to bring also signs that it just cracks everyone up. The sign I brought at Wizard World, it said "Lost Idiot," and it was a picture of Star-Lord. The scene where he's flipping people off, but made it kid friendly too. But it's always worth to have something, you know, so much that character to be in that character. So that's my gist of props and stuff. You're gonna have it, make sure it's the right one, and it's gotta be funny. I mean, just that, it's that person. Anything you got? You're making me talk a lot.
I'm sorry.
You're making the person who had their braces tight talk a lot. I apologize if you can't understand a word that's coming out of my mouth.
You could have told me to talk.
Talk! I'm just kidding. Hi. I'm just kidding. I talk a lot anyway, I get from my dad, but
I get shy.
But yeah. Oh, and this is it. And we got Loki.
And then Loki.
But I am working on making a shield and a sword staff for Sif, because I'm remaking Sif for Archon, and whole making armor. And the whole idea is kind of make it like hers, but I know I'm going to beat the tar out of it, because it's going to be a whole bloody fight on stage against Loki. But I also be help working on making Loki's staff again. And we want to make sure it glows. So when you do add like lights and stuff, you want to make sure you got that light and the switch hidden. Like, it's easy to hide them. Detail, craft film it over. Like with Loki's staff, how it goes from the short one to the long one, how it curves down. You can put craft film to make the curve look, and it'll be a little illusion where you can just poke under there, flip it on. There you go. And then just, you know, I like making my costumes light up. I made a pair of wings that light up, fairy wings, and I just like hid it under a whole bunch of like fish netting, and you couldn't tell where it was. Only, you know, the person made it, you know, and just flick it on. I think when you have more animated and fun in it, I think everyone gets all. It makes it more fun for you too. Even though it's more of a pain when you work on it, you know that the result's going to be like, that is awesome. So yeah. Well, actually, it's only 5:06. Anything?
I do actually have something to say. If you're gonna make like a shield, like a circular one, like let's just say Captain America, I recommend using like a sled, like a sledding saucer, because it's already the perfect size, and you can get one that's actually a good size for you too. Yeah, it's already curved for you too. So.
Yeah, because that was a perfect size.
Yeah. Well, actually, the one I got was actually made for like a big man, and I'm like a tiny girl, so we actually it had to be cut down, and it was still pretty heavy. I would not recommend spray painting that, because the paint it runs off. So I recommend like hand painting it with acrylics or something.
Yeah, I mostly, anytime I like make props, I mostly hand paint. I rather hand paint, because if you don't watch what you're doing,